Retail, below retail, below retail, below retail, below retail, and retail. Looking to buy some Christmas gifts. And as you all know, sneakers, they're an expensive hobby. But if you're looking to save some money, we're all strapped for cash nowadays. Here are some of the best tips that I found ever since I started collecting sneakers to help you save some cash here and there. Let's talk about them. In my years of experience, I've kind of like accumulated some best practices to help me save some money here and there. I've never paid for resale a single pair of my sneakers. Now, I don't have like a super rare crazy collection, but I do have Chicago 1s, Fire Red 3s. Like I got some of the OGs. I got Royal 1s, DMP 11s, that sort of stuff. And I've gotten most of them for retail, which means that I've been very lucky. But every so often, I've been able to get some amazing pairs like the Laney 14s for way below retail. And there are a few tips that I've followed religiously to get myself a great deal. Number one is probably the most obvious one, but it might not be obvious for somebody who might, not trust a lot of these online stores. But become a Nike member. It's free and easy to sign up. It gives you exclusive access to not just like exclusive member products, free shipping on certain orders, etc. You also get random discounts early. I was able to cop the LeBron 21s in the Tahitian colorway for $50 off because I was a member. I was giving an early code for Cyber Monday and I was able to get them early. I was able to get them discounted, and I was able to pick them up the same day. So I saved myself $50 on what is essentially a $200 shoe, which again, personally, I will never spend $200 on a shoe that is meant to perform, such as like a basketball shoe, like a modern basketball shoe. Anything that isn't a retro, I'm not spending $200 on. And the only way that I was able to get that early and a discounted price was because I was a Nike member. It's easy, it's free to sign up. All you need is, your information, an email, etc., and you get some really cool discounts. Now, you also get access to other amazing things. There might not be discounted, but you get access to like Nike For You, which lets you customize dunks. I've seen Sabrina 1s, I've seen some KD 16s that you're able to customize under your own color. So I mean, the perks are there, and I can just dedicate a whole video to that. But make sure to sign up and become a Nike member. I'm sure other companies like New Balance and Adidas have their own programs, but again, the only one that I'm very well versed on is on the Nike member program. So don't be afraid. Now, my second tip for getting shoes for retail, not necessarily always for under retail or a discounted price, but still this works for exclusive pairs, for pairs that have been out of stock, is to favorite the shoe that you want that might be out of stock, or there's only like large sizes and they're not in your size. Favorite the shoe, favorite the product on the Nike website, specifically for Nike. This works for Nike sneakers, Jordan sneakers, and anything that's advertised and sold through the Nike online store. When you favorite the sneaker, it'll show up on your favorites tab. Once you go there, it'll either say that the stock item is sold out, or it will let you select a size. Now, at random, Nike sometimes does restocks on coveted pairs like the UNC toe, which this method helped me get this shoe that I've been looking for half a year, ever since they dropped. Once you favorite them and you see them on your favorite tabs, check constantly on that page, specifically that page, because randomly, even with the Laney 14s, when there's a Nike restock, it's not always advertised by Nike that the shoe restocked. So you need to be constantly checking that favorites page to see if your sizes pop up. I've been seeing the Jordan 3 Reimagined, which has been sold out ever since its release earlier in the year. I've seen sizes pop up every now and then, which are never advertised on no other site or no other way. Like Nike doesn't advertise it through push notifications. You don't see it on the website, even if you search for it. And sometimes like even clicking on the actual item on your favorites tab will show up that the product is no longer available. But on your favorites tab, it'll still give you the option to select a size. I've been able to cop so many shoes like this, the UNC toe, the Laney 14. the pine green 3s, they've all come through that same method. And because I've been checking constantly, because these are shoes that I really want, that are coveted, that I'll pay retail for. But at the same time, I was able to cop the Chicago 2s for a discount because I kept that shoe on my favorites tab, refreshing every single day, checking it, making sure that even though it says it's sold out on the product page, I was still able to cop a size, a shoe in my size for the Chicago 2s because of the favorites tab. So definitely that's a little bit of a workaround. I know it's a lot of work, but again, if there's a coveted pair that you really want to get for retail, you don't mind paying for retail, favoriting it and checking on the favorite tabs for your size is a great workaround. Now, this one might be a little bit of obvious one, but I still want to include it because, again, when I first started buying sneakers, when I first started online shopping, I come from a long legacy of Mexican immigrants, and we do not trust the internet at all. Like, putting my credit card information on the Nike website, on any sort of digital storefront, took me years, man. I would always be afraid of putting my information on it. So there were a lot of things that I missed on, and you know, Honey and other tools, such as OctoShop and like stock alerts and all these other tools that are really, you know, readily available for you as a Google Chrome user, were never really explained to me. But Honey, for those of you don't know, it's a Chrome extension that you can download to your Chrome browser, and it serves as a tool where it automatically, on the checkout page when you're about to pay for your items, automatically applies a myriad of coupons that it has in its database. I'm not entirely sure how it really works. I saw recently that you can actually tell Honey that you found a discount, and it's sort of like this community thing where people help each other, and like the Honey app stays updated with those discount codes. But I want to say 7 times out of 10, and it doesn't just have to be for sneakers. I've been able to get discounts on games, discounts on clothing, on a bunch of different things that, you know, they're not widely advertised by Nike, by all these online retailers. And again, it's as simple as the click of a button. You just click coupon, and if it doesn't give you a good coupon, or it doesn't find a coupon for you to use, it'll still recommend you other methods of saving money, whether that be through rebate programs, cashback, whatever it may be. Honey is a great tool, and again, it's free to download, and it's been a godsend for me. And honestly, it's kind of been a little bit of an enabler because I be buying things just because I found a random discount code. But yes, Honey, download it, it's free. Next up is bidding on eBay. Don't be afraid of buying used shoes, because again, there's nothing ever wrong with used shoes if you find them in a great condition. And second of all, don't be afraid to bid. Sellers on eBay will post their items, and I want to say half the time they will allow you to submit an offer that's below what they're asking for. I currently have in the mail, hopefully it gets to me before Christmas time, the Jordan 3 Black Cement, which is one of my grails. It is a shoe that I've been eyeing ever since I started, you know, sneaker collecting. It's a classic, it's an OG. But again, the last release of that shoe was in 2018. So I don't know of any news that is going to come out anytime soon. So I finally pulled the trigger, and I wouldn't have pulled the trigger on a used Jordan 3 Black Cement if one, the condition wasn't great. I found one with a pretty decent condition. And two, if the shoe wasn't listed at retail or below retail. I made an offer on this shoe they were asking for like $210 for a used shoe. I submitted an offer for $180, and the seller agreed to it. Again, I was able to get this shoe. I still think I could have gotten it with a little bit less, but again, I don't want to, you know, hustle anybody out of their money. The shoe is in great condition. I think I got a great deal. I think they got a great deal for a used shoe. So again, eBay, I can't stress this enough. I think eBay has been one of my favorite online marketplaces for used stuff. But to me, it just feels like a little bit more of a direct transaction when it comes to buying used shoes on that specific platform, because you're actually buying directly from the seller. The pictures are uploaded by the seller, and for example, on StockX and GOAT, a lot of the pictures are just stock pictures or pictures that StockX or GOAT provide of the actual product. So it's always a toss-up when it comes to that sort of things. Next up is make sure to visit the Nike Refurbished website. This is a program that was recently released by Nike. I want to say 2 months ago, if not less than a month ago, less than 2 months ago, where they now are selling shoes that are been either B quality. That's what Nike kind of calls shoes that are not up to par, not up to the QC process. But I want to say 9 times out of 10, the shoes that they sell as B quality, the issues, whatever it may be, that classify them as not good enough are not noticeable. I've seen videos of people pick up Jordan 3 Reimagines for way below retail, like almost half off, because there were B quality pairs. And again, even the people showing those pairs, they seem like completely okay. But again, this is all just Nike's internal sort of like QC process. I don't know what goes on behind that. But on the refurbished side, you'd be able to find some really, really great shoes. Maybe not the most exclusive Jordans, maybe not the most exclusive pairs for Nike, but if you're looking, for example, for performance shoes, for running shoes, for basketball shoes, which again, I say this, I will never pay for a basketball shoe more than $200, because basketball shoes that I actually wear on the court, I'm gonna destroy. So $200 seems like too much of a steep price to pay for a shoe that's probably gonna get torn to pieces. So the refurbished side has been great for me. I've been able to find some Luka 2s on there, which I still haven't pulled the trigger on, but I've seen people order from this website, and half the time the issues with them is that they've been like lightly worn, and that just maybe someone tried them on in the store. And again, they might be also like slightly imperfect, and that might be like a little glue, probably like abundance on the midsole or whatever. But again, half the time, all the pairs that I see from the Nike Refurbished site, and even from the stores, and some Nike outlets do have a refurbished section, they look completely okay and completely passable. And these shoes are being posted for like 50% off. So definitely always a discount on the Nike Refurbished site. Don't go on there trying to find, a Jordan 1 Chicago, because you're not going to find it. But for some other less exclusive and coveted pairs, performance shoes, you'll find more than enough. Slides, great place to find slides there. Again, how imperfect can a slide be? They're meant to be worn to the ground. So Nike Refurbished is a great option for this Christmas shopping. And last but not least, this is something that I kind of already hinted at, but the Nike outlet store, if you have one close by, make sure to check it out weekly. They have almost on every Nike outlet store that I've been to, they have a whole wall dedicated to discounted pairs. And they're usually 30% off the already ticketed price. So not only are you getting a discount from the whole store wide discount, but you get an additional 30% off on that discounted price half the time. Hey, that's how I was able to get this shoe, the Jordan 2 Lucky Green, for way below retail. I got them for around 50% off, because they were on the Nike 30% off wall, and there's nothing wrong with them. These are great quality. These are some of the best Jordan 2s that I've ever worn. They're so comfortable. The leather material, not the best, but again, it's Jordan 2s, but they're still really, really tight, and it's a great shoe. I've gotten so many wears out of this shoe, and I got them for like $70. And again, Nike outlet, Nike factory stores, they don't always just have outlet specials, like as far as models. I've gone to certain Nike outlets, especially right now that the Jordan market is kind of dying. Not a lot of people are buying Jordans. Not a lot of people are buying sneakers in general. I've been able to go and cop some of the latest releases on every single Nike outlet or every single Nike factory store for retail or even below retail. They'll sometimes have some deals on them. If you're a Nike member, again, you might be able to get an in-store discount. There's a lot of different ways to save money at the Nike outlet stores, so definitely go and check them out. There's been last sizes posted. That's how I was able to cop the Nike Royal Reimagine ones. Right now, actually, Nike has a big sale on this shoe because they made too many pairs and not enough people are buying them. I kind of regret pulling the trigger on these for the amount of money that I paid for them, because people are getting them now for like $100, and that is insanely cheap. So definitely check out your local Nike outlet store. A great area, great place to really find some really nice sneakers and some really coveted pairs now that people aren't buying Jordans like that. I'm so happy that the sneaker market kind of corrected itself from the pandemic. Resellers aren't making that much money anymore, so a lot of the pairs are sitting, and you might even find them for below retail on StockX, a lot of the resale marketplaces. So definitely right now is one of the best times to be a sneakerhead, because you'll probably be able to find any pair out there that has released in the past year or 2 years. So great time to be a sneakerhead, great time to save money, and I hope that these tips were helpful for you. Sneaker collecting is something that I've been very passionate about ever since I was a kid, but I've never been able to collect sneakers like that since 2017 because I was in school, I was poor, I was broke, I was a broke student. So, but you let me know down in the comments below if you have other more effective methods of copying the sneakers that you really want at a retail price or a discounted price, because I would love to add more to my list of different methods that I use. But folks, I've been True Fernie. This has been True Fernie. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, because believe it or not, every single bit helps. Links to my socials are down below. Please make sure to follow me on Threads, where I spend most of my waking hours talking about sneakers, sports, basketball, soccer, the Premier League, gaming, anything and everything that might interest you as my viewer. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, where I upload more of short form sneaker content, do reviews, do performance reviews, unboxings, whatever that might interest you as a sneakerhead. Make sure to follow me on both Instagram and TikTok. But folks, please take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of those discounted shoes, man. Hey, it feels different when you put on a shoe that you really wanted and you got it at a discount price. I feel you enjoy shoes a little bit more when they're below retail. I don't know, you enjoy them a little bit more and you're less afraid of like really running them to the ground. But again, still, hey, take care of your shoes, man. Don't be nasty and clean them. Peace.